Well, lots to talk about tonight. We have another former health minister joining us. Dinesh Trivedi is back with us on the program this evening. Also back with us, Dilip Gandhi, who is the head of that parliamentary panel and BJP MP from Ahmednagar. Also with us tonight is Dr. Srinath Reddy. He's the president of the Public Health Foundation of India, and Sambit Patra, who's also a doctor, a spokesperson from the BJP, joining us tonight from Bangalore. Mr. Dinesh Trivedi, to you first. Mr. Trivedi, we actually, began the week. You were on the program with us when we had one set of statements, and after that this story has blown up. I mean, now you have a series of statements from one MP after another who are now not just saying that they don't know about a link between tobacco and cancer, but are saying things like, oh well, why don't you just ban sugar because sugar causes diabetes. What do you make of how this week has progressed?
Well, Nidhi, I do not know whether I should cry or laugh, because I think these people require some counseling. They require to go to some institution where they should learn the facts of life. I really don't want to pass any comment on such absurd, stupid, silly, ignorant comments. I only feel sorry for them, but I feel sorry for the country. Do you know, Nidhi, these people can also become health ministers tomorrow? Our system is so rotten that they don't go through the background, and even before you join a committee, whatever it is, high minimum knowledge has to be there. You ask a boy or a girl of class 2, he'll tell you the things. So it's a sad affair, that's all I can tell you. So I don't want to comment on such stupid observations.
But are they stupid and ignorant, Mr. Trivedi? Are they really ignorant comments or stupid, or are they deliberately, being said because there is another pressure at work here? I mean, there's even a conflict of interest on this panel.
Yeah, that.
So is that what's really at play here?
But even Nidhi, I mean, even if there is supposing, and there's a lot of lobbying and pressure, and which is all over the world, you have to be intelligent enough to put forward an intelligent argument. This is absolutely brainless. So the pressures are there all over the world. The biggest 4 major companies in America, do you know, in perpetuity they are paying $208 billion US for next 25 years, starting from 1998. And they are settling these cases out of court. So there is a huge money, obviously. When 4 major tobacco companies can settle cases out of court and pay $208 billion US, so obviously there is a lot of money, there is a lot of lobby, and there is no doubt about it. There is a lot of lobby. Otherwise, tell me, how can a minister put the pictorial warning on the package after having notified, which was supposed to come from 1st of April? How did he stop it? And let me tell you, let me clarify one thing. This is so-called subordinate committee, the Parliament Committee on Subordinate Legislation have no powers at all. For that matter, any committee of parliament has really no power.
Yeah, if the health ministry wanted to, it could have gone ahead. Absolutely, that's the point where we were making the other day as well.
Let me just conclude by saying the only person who could have stopped is the Health Minister of India and nobody else. Even the Prime Minister can't stop it, because legally the Prime Minister can't stop it. Informally, he can tell.
Yeah, but you're saying if they wanted to, they could have stopped it, and that is the bottom line. Dilip Gandhi is back with us. Mr. Gandhi, you were here on the program with us the other day. Abhi aapne suna hai ki itna criticism hua hai aapka, Dilip ji. 2 former health ministers are criticizing you and your colleagues on this panel for what you have said. आपकी और मेरी बहस हुई थी उस दिन. आपने कहा था कि कोई हमारी गवर्नमेंट की कोई स्टडी नहीं है जिससे ये लिंक के बारे में ये एस्टैब्लिश हो कि टबैको और कैंसर का क्या लिंक है. और आज हमने कई स्टडीज निकाले हैं आप ही के लिए कि कितने स्टडीज है. एक 2008 का स्टडी है, उसमें ये भी कहा गया है कि बीडी स्मोकिंग कॉजेज मोर देन हाफ ऑफ टबैको रिलेटेड टीबी डेथ्स. 53% tobacco consumption in India is through BDs. BD is more likely to cause heart disease in India than cigarettes. ये Government of India के approved surveys हैं सर. आज आप क्या कहते हैं?
एक ऐसा है कि आपने बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछा, दिनेश जी ने भी बात करी, सभी लोगों ने बात करी। आपने पूर्व स्वास्थ्य मंत्री जी की भी मुलाकात दिखाई। एक ऐसा है कि टैबेको से कैंसर होता है, इसमें दो राय नहीं है। ये हमने पहले दिन भी स्पष्ट किया, आज भी स्पष्ट करता हूं। लेकिन एक ऐसा कि आप जिस प्रकार से ये विषय रख रहे हैं उसके ऊपर हमारे सभी लोगों का ऑब्जेक्शन है। हमारे कमेटी के अंदर ये विषय चर्चित हुआ है और एक ऐसा कि हमारे पास 10,000 से ज्यादा लोगों के आवेदन प्राप्त हुए हैं। जब हम लोक प्रतिनिधि है तो हमारा ये फर्ज बनता है कि कोई भी विषय का डिसीजन करते समय दोनों साइड की राय जानी जाए। और इतना ही नहीं, ये मैंने गुलाम नबी आजाद को एक पत्र प्रश्न पूछा था पार्लियामेंट में और 2011 में उन्होंने स्पष्टता से कहा है कि भाई ऐसी कोई हमारे पास अभी स्टडी नहीं है। ये देखो, व्यक्तिगत स्टडी होना और सरकार के माध्यम से कोई स्टडी होना, इसमें आप अंतर करते कि नहीं करते? यानी कोई आदमी को अगर एक ऐसा है, आप बोलते हैं कि आप टैबेको का लॉबी कर रहे हैं, इसकी लॉबी कर रहे हैं, उसकी लॉबी कर रहे हैं, क्या आप हर एक आदमी को जांच करेंगे? जो भी आपको निवेदन दे रहा है वो उसकी जांच करेंगे? वो किससे उनका संबंध किससे जोड़ रहे हैं?
किस तरह का स्टडी चाहते हैं? अभी इतने सारे स्टडीज हुए हैं,
अभी जैसा मेरा संबंध आप जोड़ते हैं,
आप कौन सा स्टडी चाहते हैं?
इसे जोड़ रहे हैं,
आप कौन सा स्टडी चाहते हैं? अभी तक इतने सारे हैं। एक रिपोर्ट में क्या, दिलीप जी, एक रिपोर्ट में कहा गया है कि 50% कैंसर डेथ्स आर बिकॉज ऑफ टोबैको यूज इन इंडिया। ये भी एक सरकारी रिपोर्ट है, क्या ये भी गलत है?
भैया हमने इनकार कहां कर रहे हैं उसका? ये देखो, एक ऐसा कि स्टडी का विषय है। मैंने व्यक्तिगत स्तर पे, हमारी कमेटी का भी ये प्रामाणिक मत है कि टोबैको से कैंसर होता है। सिर्फ ये मत रहा है सिर्फ सिगरेट से ही होता है, ऐसा नहीं है। सिगरेट, बीड़ी, तंबाकू, गुटखा,
तो फिर आपको किस चीज का सर्वे चाहिए?
ऐसे अलग अलग जितने प्रोडक्ट है उसके माध्यम से होता है करके हमारी कमेटी का ये राय बनी एक साथ कि सबने इसके ऊपर एक अच्छी जानकारी पैदा करे। उसके साथ साथ हमारे पास जो 10,000 से ज्यादा निवेदन आए उन लोगों की भी बात सुनी जाए और हमने इसको रद्द करने की बात नहीं कही। हमने सिर्फ ये कहा है कि इसका थोड़ा स्टडी होने दो। जब हमारे पास सरकार की अधिकृत जानकारी नहीं है, ऐसे प्राइवेट हजारों सर्वे हो गए होंगे, बाहर के देशों के सर्वे हो गए होंगे।
डॉक्टर रेड्डी, वुड यू लाइक टू डिस्पेल?
नहीं, ऐसे कितने भी सर्वे हो गए तो उसको अभी मेरे पास भी एक सर्वे अभी है।
हमारे पास 5 सर्वे हैं। डॉक्टर रेड्डी आपको 10 और सर्वे के बारे में बताएंगे। ये तो डॉक्टर हैं, इंडियन डॉक्टर हैं,
उसको मैं इनकार नहीं कर रहा हूँ।
नहीं, लेकिन वो तो डॉक्टर है, वो तो जानते होंगे ना, आपसे और मेरे से तो अच्छा जानते हैं ना। अच्छा गांधी जी, सुन तो लीजिए, एक डॉक्टर रेड्डी का सुन तो लीजिए, एक मिनट सुन लीजिए डॉक्टर रेड्डी।
There have been a number of studies in India which have consistently shown the link of Beedi smoking to cancer as well as heart attacks and other tobacco related diseases. Even from 1983-84, from the Regional Cancer Center in Trivandrum, which is a part of ICMR, the Indian Council of Medical Research, which is a government funded body. There have been studies which show the link between cancer and Beedi smoking. So, to say that there are no government funded or government sanctioned studies and the studies are only coming from individual investigators is not a correct impression. But the cumulative body of evidence that exists from multiple studies done in India from different institutions in different regions shows very convincingly the link between Beedi smoking, cancer and heart attacks. So, I do not think the science is now open to challenge.
And therefore, what do you then make of the comments? What do you make of Mr. Gandhi's defense on this today?
Well, I think the representations that have been received by the committee focus mostly on employment issue, which I believe is a very incorrect association here. Firstly, the employment will not go down immediately. Secondly, we must also recognize that the original intent of the act passed in 2003, COTPA, where the parliament actually unanimously passed it, cutting across party lines, was to reduce the prevalence of tobacco consumption and reduce the harm from tobacco to the Indian people. So, the least that we can do is to inform the people of the harm, and the pictorial warnings are an effective way of doing it, particularly in a country where many of the poor people consume tobacco. They are either illiterate or have low levels of education. Therefore, having a prominent pictorial warning is the best method of communicating the harm.
Let me come to the other problem here, Sambit Patra. Sambit, the first question though is, till today, we still don't know officially why the Health Ministry put off its decision to have these pictorial warnings. We still don't know officially why that happened. Sambit, don't you think by now the Health Minister should have told us why that decision was deferred?
See, first, before I answer to the specifics that you have asked, let me put the words which were articulated by the Health Minister just today. Mr. J.P. Nadda today said that the Government of India is committed to the fact that we want to reduce all kind of diseases that arise out of tobacco. That means we want to reduce the use of tobacco in general public. We are committed towards it, and that was the reason as to why we had come up with this kind of executive order way back in October 2014 with a date that from April 1st, 2015, we would be implementing the orders. Only because there were a number of other stakeholders and they wrote letters to the Parliamentary Committee of Subordinate Legislation. An inclusive process of parliamentary procedure where the views of others should be known does not imply that the government has retracted its steps. It only implies that government is just putting its ears, hearing out what the problems of other stakeholders are. Secondly, and very importantly, two members of parliaments of this committee have misarticulated in a way which does not, which is I would say unbecoming of the members. And in fact, the Health Minister today, the party today, has distanced itself from the comments made by these two esteemed members of parliaments.